Hi there, Richard the Coffin 666. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And I wanted to address a couple of things that I see coming out, and this is something more to do with the comment sections in videos that you get. There's certain accusations and certain statements and certain arguments that are put forward by people, and it's almost as if they're doing it just because they can't think of anything meaningful or relevant to say. Whenever you're dealing with people like people I deal with, like I make videos to yoke up, or Venom Fang X, or Fall for a Lifetime, he's not here anymore, but Jesus Freak, or yoke up, or any of these cunts that we come across, there'll always be one comment by someone saying, "Oh God, why are you giving these people attention? Why do you want these people to, get to you? What, they're just trying to get you to respond to them. Why do you want to give them attention?" What is wrong with giving people attention? I don't get this logic here that you're just giving them more attention. So what? What am I supposed to do? What's the point in coming on YouTube, for fuck's sake? I've said this before, I'll say it again. What would be the point in YouTube if all we ever did was respond to videos which we already completely agree with, and just respond saying, "Hey, you know what, that was a great video, and yeah, everything you said, perfect. Yeah. See you later." I mean, what would be the point in that? No, we come on here, and what are you here for? What are you here to do? I'm here to interact with people and have some fun. I mean, I'm not here to. What is wrong with giving people attention? Do you have that little respect? Well, if you give someone like Yoke Up attention, then that's going to make people go watch his videos, and they're obviously going to believe everything he says. No, if someone's that stupid that they're watching my video because they're subscribed to my channel, and they think, "Oh, I'll go look at this," and they go watch that video by Mike Voritz and go, "Actually, this guy's spot on," they're an idiot. These people would have ended up thinking that way anyway. Giving people attention is not always a bad thing. In fact, it's a good thing sometimes. It's a good thing to highlight these people, to make people aware of them. The other thing I don't get is when people say that, when people post comments saying, "Oh, what's the point in arguing? I don't get why you guys can't do..." People do this a lot, saying that I don't see the point in the theist debate. I don't see the point in the atheist Christian debate. I don't see the point in the I don't see the point in it. Well, if you don't see the point in that debate, then what point do you see in any debate? If you're here to discuss politics, for example, or maybe you're here to discuss politics or philosophy, or you're here to discuss, I don't know, stuff like music or sport, anything fucking you want. If you're sitting there going, "Why are these atheists all arguing with each other? Why can't they just get along?" Well, like, you've never had a fucking argument with someone? What's wrong with having a fucking argument with someone? And to say that it doesn't do anything, it doesn't affect anyone, does it bollocks? Look at the world now and look at it 50, 100, 200 years ago. Is it the same in terms of religion? No, there's got to be a reason for that. There's got to be a reason that's happening. It's because we're having this debate. When you're having a debate with someone or an interaction, you're not really having it for it's not really between the two people. It's for the people watching it. They're the people who fucking get it, right? They're the people who are interested in it and who are listening. They're the people who fucking make their decisions based on these things. Right? So stop complaining that people are having an argument. There's this logical fallacy known as argument ad populum, which is where you basically make an argument based on the fact that because more people like one thing than another, or because more people agree with one thing than another, then that necessarily means it's more likely to be true. This is of course bollocks, but I would like to put forward another one. Right? I'd like to put forward a new logical fallacy called the argument ad unpopulum. Right? This is where these people who make these videos and they get fuck all viewers, no one likes what they're doing, they get downrated, and everyone thinks they're a prick, right? And they have a go at people, and people might bring this up to them, and they'll always say, "Oh, well, the reason I don't get any viewers is because you can't handle the truth. You're not ready for the truth." I mean, yeah, of course, because no one's ready for the truth, right? That's the obvious reason, right? And if you're sitting here, I'm sorry, but I think it should be made a logical fallacy. You cannot argue that you are more right than someone because you've got less people interested in what you're doing. That's just simply not true. The word sub-whore is another one that gets thrown around a lot, and it's the accusation of someone saying you're just a sub-whore. You're just a sub. Now, I'm not going to deny there are genuine sub-whores. Now, my definition of that is someone who does something purely to generate it. They don't really care whether what they're saying is true or they agree with it. If that doesn't matter, they just want to. They want to take the side that's going to create the most. Now, I've been accused of this, and to an extent, maybe it's all in all fairness right. Superfly MB once came up with a good one for me. He described me as an ethical sub whore, in that I didn't go against my own personal beliefs for the sake of making a video. Everything I sort of say and do, I stand by it, and I do. The problem is, some people will just throw it at you. Now, the problem with it is, what can I do to disprove that? If someone comes up to me and says, "You're just a sub whore," okay, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, it's easy for someone with 200 subs to accuse someone like me with 20,000 subs of being a sub whore. But there's nothing I can do with that response. There's nothing I can do to make people disagree with that if they think that they think that. And there's nothing I can do against that. The other word that gets thrown around a lot is fanboys. Now again, I'm not denying for 1 second the notion of fanboys exists. I've seen this before, where I've made a response to someone, and then I've seen people posting comments in the other person's channel quoting me verbatim. But the problem I have with it is when the person you respond to, and I've seen this with other people as well, is when the person you respond to turns that into the argument. They make the argument about the people, your subscribers and your fanboys, and they come over here. And here's my problem with this, right? How do you tell the difference between a fanboy and someone who just so happens to agree with what I'm saying? Because the fact is, the odds are, the reason people subscribe to your channel is probably going to be that, for the most part, they agree with most of what you're saying. Therefore, if you disagree with someone in a video, the odds are most of the people are going to disagree with most of what the other person is saying. And to turn around and simply start talking about them is just childish, because it doesn't do anything. And second, more importantly, what do you expect the person to do about it? What do you expect me to do about it? You know, I mean, if people go over, does it not make logical sense that if I make a video to somebody, that the logic would tell you that those people are then going to go and watch that person's video, and then they may or may not leave a comment, whatever that may be. But to simply turn that into the argument, I mean, if you make a response to someone like Thunderchrist, or to me, or to the Amazing Atheist, if you make a response to them, if you've got 500 subs and you make a response to someone like Thunderfoot who's got like 80,000, what did you expect was going to happen? Of course, you're probably going to end up getting a load of flack off people, because the odds are those people agree with the position you're taking. That's why they're subscribed to you. You know. Plus, there are dickheads on the internet anyway who are going to give you shit no matter what. And it's regardless of me. I can't stop people doing what they do. You know. So stop moaning about these things. Got that off my chest. Richard Coughlin, 66. Good, alright, mate. God bless.